Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kristelle, and today we're finally back to play Milk Outside a Bag of Milk Outside a Bag of Milk. Now, this is a direct sequel to Milk Inside a Bag of Milk. So if you would like to watch that one first, I should leave the full playthrough for that down below in the description box, as well as all my social links, and the content warning list will be down there as well. This is a psychological horror game, but it leans a little bit more so towards the horrors of certain psychological states that you can be in. And in terms of gameplay, it's kind of visual novel slash I think this one also incorporates some point and click aspects to it. Definitely more of a story experience, I would say. Don't forget to subscribe and give it a like, it helps me out a lot, and let's just go ahead and get started. This game contains flashing images and touches on heavy topics. Take care. Wow, the amount of graphics and animation. For 6, for 7, for 8, for 9, 50, 51. Is this our house, our apartment? 24. The store is closing soon. Oh, the sounds, the music for the first game. Milk. That's not a bag of milk. Oh my lord, I did not see what it said. God. Me too, girl. Hello, can I? So I think that this is kind of a little bit of a recap, I guess, of the first game, but in a much different way. It won't take much time. What do you see? Are you sure? Anyway, it's... Oh, I love this game already. Also, just the way that she's talking, and it's to herself. You don't really get the other side of the conversation because it was in her head. Yes, Mom. Oh man, oh it looks so good. What a massive just upgrade, I guess, but I don't say that in a bad way. The first game was also really cool in its style, but you can definitely tell how much more was put into this one already. All right, let's go. New game. Eyes. I love the style. I'm walking in my room, trying not to look around. Playful shadows dance around me here and there. They dash all over the walls, the ceiling. One of those shadows whizzes past me, touching my face ever so slightly. I smile and continue walking, paying it no mind. Sometimes it's so easy to lose self-control and track of time, spinning in a joyful dance. But I'm in a bit of a hurry here. Mom told me to go to bed. Oh man. I love the style of this game. I walk past the kitchen, and on the way to my room, the door is shut, but I can still feel chilling air coming from the other side. My first thought is that there's a living corpse blowing into the keyhole, laughing mockingly. That's so silly. I'm absolutely sure we have no corpses in our kitchen. I know for sure that we've had no corpses in our kitchen. I'm absolutely sure that... Running? I break into a run and dash towards the closed door. The shadows intensify their chaotic dance. Are they trying to stop me or calm me down? I don't know. It doesn't matter right now. Don't you get it? I wave my hands around as I run, trying to chase away my annoying pursuers, but then I suddenly realize that I won't be able to stop in time. I've got no other choice but to break the door now. If there's somebody inside, I'll surely scare them to death. But wait, how can I scare to death someone who's already dead? What if it actually revives them? No, I don't want that. What do I do? I couldn't fully complete my thought when my shoulder hit the door and it flew open. Oh my goodness. Hey. As I expected, there was no living corpse inside, but there was a bag of milk I bought today, sitting right in the middle of the table, watching me with its unblinking eyes. I stare back. Nothing happens. Oh, the eyes are shifting around too. Although, what exactly did I expect? Gratitude? Have I done something that warranted it? A bag of milk probably doesn't care whether it's on the shelf in a store or the table in my mom's kitchen. On the other hand, nobody would drink milk inside the store, which means I took it from the safest place in the world and into the scary unknown. I'm so sorry, you poor thing. I turn away in shame and leave the room in a hurry. I only bring others trouble. I walk towards my room through a narrow corridor. Mother. Oh. I meet a familiar, formless creature at the door. Whoa. It locks me in its clutches and starts sniffing every inch of my body like a hungry dog. I'm not struggling. I know it's useless. I just stay silent and endure its tight grip that stops me from moving. After sniffing me from head to toe, the creature holds out its ugly paw, bearing a single claw, thin and sharp like a blade. Again, I stare questioningly into the monster's bottomless eye sockets. Don't move. The creature squeezes my hand until my veins start bulging, and I just keep staring into the black cavities where its eyes should be, ignoring all pain. I've promised so many times. Stay put. Oh god. The moment it says that, its claw pierces my arm. I don't feel anything other than the barely discernible crawling under my skin and the ring of tightly sprung sinews, but then the claw injects its venom into me. It hurts. A white veil appears in front of my eyes. My fingers cramp and start twitching frantically. I lose control over my body and slowly slide to the floor, just like last time, but why? Why do I feel so hot? I feel my blood boiling up. Strong shivers run through my body, paralyzing every single cell, while my veins and arteries heat up, almost bursting from that pressure. I try screaming, but instead of producing words, I vomit thick milky foam. The creature notices it and throws itself at me in anger, grabbing me by the throat while keeping the poisonous claw inside my arm. Kill me. Kill me. Hysterical screams resound through the corridor. In a fit of madness, the creature starts scratching my neck. Bright splashes fly everywhere, hitting the walls with loud sound. I try to imprint where every drop fell in my memory, so I could gather them all later. I need to remember. I need. A new wave of pain washes over me. Everything turns pitch black in an instant. Say it. I'll never drink milk ever again. Say it. I'll never drink milk ever again. Say it again. I'll never drink milk ever again. I'll never drink milk ever again. God. I wonder if the claw is supposed to be a needle injecting medicine. I finally get to my room. I'm so tired of all this fuss. Thankfully, I feel comfy and warm in my room. Even the weird sounds coming from the outside don't make me anxious at all. Mom told me to go to bed, so I need to perform all the needed preparations. I've washed my face, and now I'm standing in front of the mirror with a toothbrush in my mouth. I look at my reflection. It shows absolutely no desire to sleep. Yeah, I get how you feel. And there was a time when the last minutes before I sleep were my favorite time of the day. What was that sound? I loved anticipating the inevitable moment when the reality and the dream world would clash. I woke up for that moment's sake, lived through the day for it. My biggest dream was to sleep all day long. It would have been so cool. But the dreams always slowly but surely slipped away, as if somebody fished them out of my head, one after another, until nothing was left. And now I have to sleep again, even though I don't feel any need for it. Oh my god. Yeah, the insomnia. Slash maybe the medication keeping her up. A lot of different pills. After finishing with my face, I usually reach out for my pills. It's funny, but I think I have no idea how they work separately, since I always swallow them as a bunch without thinking. Now I want to have a better look at it, to twirl it between my fingers, to chew on it. I'd do anything to stall just for a little bit more time. Smooth protruded red capsule is looking at me. It's covered in a murky, semi-transparent film, but I can still discern its contents. So what do we have inside you? I gently press on the capsule from both sides, and to my surprise, it turns out to be soft and squishy. I press harder and the capsule pops. Sticky bright red liquid pours out. Filthy. Filthy. The pill flies straight into the waste bin, and I start rigorously washing my hands. There's no way I'm drinking that. Next was a flat pill of the same blood red color. There were some letters printed out on it. Oh, I get it. This is the medicine that makes me really sleepy. But it's not the type of sleep I want. That's not it at all. It's fake. No. I don't even want to look at it. The pill flies into the waste bin as well. The next half hour goes by in a similar fashion. I study every pill from all sides, and then I find a reason not to swallow it. I invent my own medicine instead, and enjoy swallowing them one after another, letting myself drown in their healing effects. Hey, my neck doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my hand doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my head doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my heart doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my stomach doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my eyes don't hurt anymore. How come I didn't think of this earlier? This is so simple. I need to brag about it to someone right away. But not to my mom. She'll just scold me. And she's sure I'm already sleeping anyway. I don't want to disturb her without reason. I'll think of something myself. Besides, I just really want some small talk. I wonder, who's gonna be my conversation partner? Oh, it's gonna be me. Hey, do I have to click on it? Oh, I do. Wow, is this our room? We have a whole person and everything. Should I go down here instead, maybe? I don't know. Hey, long time no see. It hasn't even been an hour, dummy. Oh, you know we were only supposed to meet once per day, right? Why does your voice sound so grim? Naturally, I've read the manual. Judging by the pictures, the overdose side effects are the usual headaches, dizziness, exhaustion, basically nothing I can't handle by myself. After all, now I know how to do it. You didn't reply. Aren't you even a little bit happy? Not even the slightest bit? No, I'm pretty exhausted after today. Well, I guess you are too. That's not true. You need to go to bed. No, you've been in control for way too long already. It's my turn now, alright? I'll just stay silent until the medicine's effects wear off. How about that? Hey, you can't do that. You need to do your best to make me feel better. That's exactly what I'm doing. What a bully. Actually, why am I even worried about this? In reality, I don't need you. At all. I'm so energetic and I feel great, which means I can do anything. And you can only watch and agonize over your uselessness. And I can imagine how angry you are right now. What made you so happy all of a sudden? And why would I be sad? Remember yourself a couple hours ago. I don't know what you mean. Stop lying, stop lying, stop lying. Nuh-uh. I still don't understand. Whatever. Unlike you, I won't forget that pathetic, snotty girl for a long time. She just whines and whines all the time. Don't even try ruining my mood. I want to have fun while we're together, alright? So you're the one calling the shots now? Yeah. Well, let's see how long you can last. We'll see, yeah. Am I really that pathetic? Say something. I can feel the tears streaming down my cheeks, hanging from my chin, and then falling on my clothes, burning holes in them. That was fast, but not unexpected. Hey, at least I tried. Go wash your face, then we'll decide what to do with you. Alright, here we are. I'm in front of a mirror again. I keep staring at my reflection, try not to get distracted by the sneering looks the walls are giving me, trying not to drown in their giggling. But then me in the mirror also shows me a creepy smile, bares her teeth at me. I shut my eyes, but that doesn't help. It wouldn't have helped me even if I sunk through the floor. I start counting in my mind. 2 squared, 2 by 2 squared, a square squared, a square pyramid squared, a pyramidical structure cubed, a pyramidical structure hypercubed. I feel better, but my head is splitting apart now. Do I go back up here now? I don't know. How do you feel? Sorry for being rude. It's not your fault. It's never your fault. Fine, you can keep on blaming yourself, but don't overdo it. I don't know why, but I thought I'd be able to take control. I was almost ready to. I was sure I'd be able to change something. After all, I was able to buy milk, you know? Yeah, you ought to know how challenging it was. Yeah, from the first game. Back to the pills. Is that why you threw away the medicine? What a stupid decision, right? Undoubtedly. Whatever it was your decision. Does it even matter? Yes? No? What do you think? I can't be sure about anything, and you don't take me seriously anyway. Then why did you do that? I felt like I might be able to fight it on my own. It's true. The pain subsided for a bit at that time, but now I feel it triple in force. It hurts so bad. Just drink your medication already, or I'll stop talking to you. You know what to do? Sure. Dejected, I reach out for the shelf with my medicine. I swallow the pills one after another, chasing away the unpleasant visions that keep floating up in my memory. And yet, my mind still draws a terrifying picture. Lumps of coagulated blood and transparent coating travel down my esophagus, scratching its soft walls, leaving behind furrows. I shake my head violently. I don't care if it makes me feel dizzy or worsen my pain. I just don't want to think about something so repulsive. You still haven't changed. What do you mean? You're afraid of being alone. This worries you much more than pain. Yeah, I guess. I toss the last pill into the air and catch it with my mouth. I love all the artwork though. It looks so good. How you doing, girly? I lie on the floor. I look at the ceiling. I can clearly hear water running in the metal pipes up there. I hear the cracking of concrete blocks that will someday surely fall on my head. But I'm not afraid of that at all. I can't imagine my death coming from above. Rather, it's rearing its claws from somewhere below, waiting for me to lose focus. Do you want to talk about it? No, I've had enough talking. What do you want then? I just want to lie down for a bit. Even if the ceiling is bound to collapse, it won't be today. Can you stay silent, please? I need to get my thoughts in order. Oh, cool. This is her perspective, I guess. I carefully extract thoughts that are yet to be fully formed from my head and lay them out in the ceiling in orderly rows. Now it's my corkboard. In hopes of seeing the whole picture, I switch them from one place to another, pile them on top of each other, scatter them around. In the end, I throw them off with my hand, annoyed, and start over. I do that too. I can't do it. You can always imagine your thoughts as something small and swarming, like cockroaches. Ew, I hate cockroaches. Can I make them fireflies? I don't mind either way. Oh, so cool. I don't even have time to blink before my thoughts, they're fireflies now, start whirling all over the ceiling in their own accord, forming whimsical patterns. I can only observe them and wait for the right moment. It's just that that moment doesn't come. The mocking sounds of flapping wings from the ceiling make me start losing my patience. Enough. I hate you. Yeah, I guess because it's like kind of nice at first, but then the sound will just start to sound like buzzing, you know? I spring to my feet and scream at the top of my lungs. The fireflies scatter. Good job. Now start over. No way. Unstable behavior makes you look bad. I don't give a damn. So that doesn't bother you? Should it? Yes? No? Oh, let's say no. A lot of people act like this. Really? There's nothing shameful about snapping at someone if you have a reason for that. You did have a reason, didn't you? You'll surely get better, believe me. And now, start over. You're at it again. What do you mean? Never mind. And I've changed my mind anyway. Please don't stay silent for this long anymore. I'm having a hard time without your help. Fine. I raise my eyes to look at the ceiling once more. Sadly, all my fireflies seem to be hiding somewhere. I need to find them. Forget about them and go to bed. No, you don't get it. If I'm thinking about something, I need to finish my thoughts, or else... I glance around the room. There are too many places for a creature as small as a firefly to hide here. They can be anywhere. Suddenly, I hear a deafening rumble. The clock just hit midnight. It's so late already, but I can't go to bed right now. Will you help me? Please? Please tell me you'll help me. Come on, stop bullying me. You promised to talk to me. What were you thinking while lying on the floor? What do you mean? You should know it better than anyone else. That's the thing. I have no idea. This is weird. Will you tell me? Whoa. I roll my sleeves and start rubbing my eyes intensely. They're so itchy. Why are you crying? Why are you crying? My eyes are itchy. Did you drink milk? Did he bring milk? Oh. I wonder, if I tear out all my eyelashes, one after another, will my eyes stop itching? I wonder, if I tear out all my eyelashes, one after another, all my eyelashes, one after another, if I tear out all my eyelashes, one after another... What have you done? I need to gather the glass, and then I need to have a bath, and then... Here, drink some milk. No. First death achievement? I died and felt something. What? Oh shit. I stand in the middle of the room, my mouth agape, gasping for air. I think I just experienced death. I don't know any other way to explain what happened. I feel like she must be allergic to milk. See, this is one of the things I was thinking about for a long time about the first game, was I couldn't figure out if the mom wanted her to drink the milk or not, because I kind of had a feeling that she might have been allergic to it in terms of like an anaphylactic type of allergic to where she would die from drinking it, and this all just kind of confirms it, especially because at the beginning of this game, how the mom is giving her medicine and then is asking her if she's drank the milk and is trying to get her to promise not to drink it. Because the thing is, in the first game, we're really seeing it very much so only from the girl's perspective. Maybe the mom didn't actually want her to hurt herself, but from the girl's perspective, maybe she thinks the mom hates her so much that she would want that for her. But then in this one now, I'm not so sure what the situation is. It could really be either or both, honestly. But that's very interesting, especially because when it showed what she was thinking about, it was like choking. So that kind of makes me think of anaphylactic, to where you can't breathe, right? So then I wonder if the needle going in was actually medicine for some of her mental stuff, or if it was more so an EpiPen type of thing. But then that wouldn't go into your arm, I don't think, but you know what I mean. And then I think it was getting harder to communicate with the inside voice, because at that point she had then taken the medication, right? So it's going to be harder to communicate clearly. Oh, very, very interesting. I like this so much. I mean, it's super dark, obviously, but it's just really well done. Well, that was surely something. Will you tell me or not? About what? Let's look for the fireflies instead. You're acting weird. Help me instead of running your mouth. I've already had enough adventures before bed. I need to gather my thoughts quickly and go to bed, and my thoughts are hiding from me. To be honest, I have no idea where to look for them. Me neither. I guess we'll have to tear the whole place apart. No, 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 and no. If I even make the smallest of messes here, I'll feel really bad. All the things should stay in their places, and that's it. Why? Are you trying to come up with a reason right now? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I don't, and I won't. Alright then, so we need to find a bunch of tiny insects inside a mountain of junk without moving anything even an inch? Yeah. My oh my. I have an idea. Last time, becoming a visual novel character helped me achieve my goal. And now I want to become a point-and-click adventure game character. You know, those games have moments when you just look at different objects and something inevitably happens. It sounds so fun. And what about the things you use regularly? Do you refuse to touch them as well? It would make it even more interesting. This is so childish. And want to know what's the best part? You'll be the one doing it. Oh no. Oh yes. I start panicking as soon as I get in multiple choice situations. Me too. I'll just keep changing my mind and end up crying and running away. Do you want that to happen? You're such a handful. You've already proven that you're able to make decisions. Why not continue on that road? Or do what you want? I'm gonna go with the first one because I'm curious what she's gonna say. Come on, don't be so boring. I was just teasing you. You don't have to bear the whole burden. Asking for help is a reasonable decision too. Yeah. Let's begin already. I go to the middle of the room and look around. Where would I hide if I were a tiny firefly? Ah, this is so thrilling. My heart gets warmer from the pleasant anticipation. Hey, what? Look down. I look down. After a moment, a small ball of light and warmth falls out from under my sweater. Wowee. Wowee. There's smoke coming from your clothes? Whatever. Oh, is she crying because she was saying that it burns holes in her clothes? Or maybe it was about the sweater that was on the ground. Little firefly. I carefully grab the firefly. It's pleasantly scorching to the touch. I put it on my shoulder. I'm sorry, little guy. Time to come home now. As if it was an order, the firefly slowly drifts out, circling around my head for a bit, then flies in my ear with the speed of a bullet. It tickles. One down. Let's look for the others. Yeah, right. Oh, did the outside change or did it always look like that? It almost looks like an eye looking at us or something. Okay, so now I can just go around and click different things. That's kind of cool. Can I click on like all of them? What's this? I don't know. What was it? Okay, well let's do the laptop then. I look at my laptop. I haven't touched it for years, so it's covered with a layer of dust as thick as my finger. A bizarre item. I fear it. Why? It's a long and boring story. Wonderful. Tell me about it. I insist. I don't remember how it appeared in my room. One of my parents probably brought it here because they couldn't find a better place for it. They didn't prohibit me from using it. On the other hand, they encouraged me to do so. Sure, I've spent my whole days in front of the screen. Games, drawing, engineering calculator, 3D modeling. So much fun stuff to do. You had amusing hobbies. Yeah, I did. Before entering the web. Imagine this. You're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living. Did you imagine? As always, your analogies are spot on. Okay, I imagine. Alright, so you're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything comfortable for living, okay? Okay. Wonderful. And here's the situation. You're a hamster that lives... Okay, I got it. Do you want to talk about something else? Yeah, fine. You'll end up returning to that subject anyway. On one wonderful day, someone digs you up from your hamster house and brings you to a pet store. Now your new home is a cage. It's way more comfortable and warm compared to to the underground. And the most important part, you have lots of neighbors here. The cages are identical to yours, and the other hamsters look identical to you too. That means you are all the same, apart from the fact that they were born at that shop. You'll ask, what does that indicate? And I'll tell you, nothing at all. I forgot what I was talking about. Gosh. Okay, let's start over. This time, try to avoid stupid hamster analogies. You know I'm not at fault here. So, I had a lot of friends online. Tens, hundreds of them. Impossible to count. Is it impossible though? I had exactly 317 of them. Although I guess nobody counts the exact number of hamsters when they walk into a pet shop. Hey, don't get distracted. Oh right. From my 317 friends, 68 were into gaming just like me. 130 of them like drawing just like me. The remaining 119 were into calculators and 3D modeling equally. And when I say equally, I don't mean 59 and a half friends on each side. Alright? You can split numbers evenly, no problem. But math doesn't work like that when it comes to friends. Major conundrum, right? Get to the point. I knew, of course, that no real people exist on the web. I also understood that all of my friends die the moment I turned off my laptop. But I still wasn't even a bit worried. Why? Do you know what computer programs consist of? It's just a combination of numbers, which means my friends are also numbers. Isn't that amusing? Not really. Why do you call them your friends? I mean, everyone who shares my interests is my friend, and I don't care whether they know about my existence or not. Anyways, as I was saying, every program has its own algorithm and purpose, its mathematical formula, and if you solve that formula, you'll be able to predict the program's behaviors at any moment. The longer you speak, the less I follow. You don't need to follow me around, just listen. I sit on the floor and the laptop screen ends up in front of me. The only thing reflected in it is my dim face. A web person is just a random picture and random string of letters. Words and actions from the web person are just executable code. Hey, let me know if you need a break. One day, someone appeared. From that point on, my laptop was always on. There are no real people on the web, but he was good at pretending. At some moment, I let him trick me. Hey, look. Huh? Suddenly, a firefly crawls out from the laptop's vent grill. I search for it. It gets on top of my palm, blinking all the while. I think it's trying to say something. I can see that myself, if only I knew what. Looks like a cipher. Don't you want to crack it? I changed my mind. I have absolutely no desire to find out what it wants to say. The firefly stops glowing for a moment after that, and it starts glowing again, as if it's coming back to its senses. For some time, it thinks about the further course of actions, then flies up and dashes into my ear. Let's continue searching. And what about your story? You must be mad at me for interrupting. I'm sorry. If you do everything right, I'll finish my story. Maybe. Do you promise? I promise. And if you forget, then remind me. Please forget it achievement, because I won't. Oh. With a code word, for example. What code word? I'll think of one later. And for now, let's keep searching for my fireflies. Okay, so each firefly, obviously it's supposed to be a thought, but maybe it's also tied to a memory. And she wanted to forget that memory for some reason. Is it not a good one, maybe? Maybe on the light? Oh, I should go back down here. Are you serious? What's wrong? Just think about it. Why would fireflies be attracted to the light? I think they're quite self-sufficient already in that regard. Well, only if they'd purposefully want me to lower their self-esteem. Okay. Alright. Oh, why is that one glitchy? Oh, I can't click on that one at all. Are those milk boxes? Why is there so many of them? Or maybe it's something else entirely? What about this one? I get close to the waste bin and look inside with curiosity. Pill packaging, notebook pages, and other garbage. Boring. There is nothing inside here. Indeed, no self-respecting firefly would hide in a heap of garbage. Can't disagree with you there. Let's see the bed. This is my sleeping bag. It's soft and warm. I'm sure that no living creature would be able to resist the temptation to spend a minute or two inside. They'd want to dig deep into it with a couple of favorite items. Close their eyes and then, hey, did you fall asleep? Huh? I gently slap my cheek to return myself to senses. It's already way past midnight. Usually I'd be sleeping like a log at this time, but right now, I can't. Let's continue searching. Hey, maybe we'll find something inside. Now, my thoughts don't have a feature of putting to sleep. Quite the contrary, they always cause insomnia, just like tonight. I have very bad insomnia as well. Okay, what? I said, searching here is meaningless. Okay. Maybe the pills? I look at the amount of pills and it makes me feel dizzy. I don't want to think about it. I don't. Hey, what's wrong? I've almost skipped my dose for today. How reckless. I could have died. Oh. Hey, calm down. You've already fixed that. You'll ultimately die anyway, so what's the worry? Oh, I thought we did fix it. Yes, because you ordered me to. Is that an accusation? Things could have been much worse. Yeah. I heave a deep sigh, come closer and extend my hand. Wow, it's warm. The moment those words leave my lips, one of the bottles overturns. Pills rain down from it, and along with them, a firefly. After circling above my head a couple times, it finally lands in my palm. The firefly rushes up my arm, and upon reaching my shoulder, it crawls straight into my ear. My mind becomes a bit clearer. Okay, so does that mean we double took our medication? Or maybe it doesn't count because we died after? Let's do the drink here. I turn my eyes towards an inconspicuous shelf near the mirror. There's a glass with a toothbrush sitting on it, and a small towel is hanging nearby. What a wonderful sight. My fireflies are smart and good. They would never get in there. They know about personal hygiene. Okay, let's look somewhere else. Do the cabinet. I tilt my head backwards and almost fall over. The closet is hanging under the ceiling, at least 300 feet off the floor. Are you joking? Even though it's my room, not everything here is for me to use. Oh, Whatever. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care at all. Like, totally, and I'm definitely not worried. Not even the littlest bit. Not even a smidgen of the littlest bit. Not even for 1,000th%. That's how much I don't care. Okay. Hey, I'm not done telling you about how much I don't care. From this moment on, I'm ignoring you. Oh, no, you don't. Then act normal. Oh, I wonder what's in the cabinet then. Let's do the notepad. Your usual notebook pages glued to the wall with duct tape. Numbers are drawn on them. It's the only kind of information I can take without trouble. Dosage and side effects? Yeah, I thought you know them by heart. Yeah, this is not your handwriting, isn't it? Of course not. Shaky, broken lines, ugly numbers, not writing. More like claw marks. Oh, from the mom? Don't forget to thank your mom. I don't need your advice. My scream makes the pages rustle restlessly. After a moment, a firefly appears underneath one of them. After looking around in its businesslike manner, takes off into a businesslike flight and ends up entering my businesslike ear. Hey, let's continue searching. Okay. That's interesting that you can do finish searching like this, or you can go around and do each thing. I know that there's apparently quite a few different endings that you can get as well, so maybe that's why. Like if you've already played it, you can do this one. But I kind of want to go through everything, at least for the first time. Right, insects enjoy pollinating the flowers and stuff like that. Yeah, I guess. I get close to the flower shelf. I sniff around. The leaves smell of dust and cardboard and death. You know those plants are long dead, right? I'm not sure a dead plant will be able to attract any insects. Well, we kind of don't have a choice here, you know. Still, you're right. Let's continue searching. Why don't you just throw them out? Weren't you listening to me at all? Okay. We can do the clock now. Look at the alarm clock. Time continues this unstoppable flow. It's so late. Are you tired? You bet I am. I let out a theatrical yawn and hold my arms to the sides. 1, 2, then I raise them above my head. 3, 4. Maybe a little workout will help me freshen up. Good idea. Do you remember the exercises you've been taught? I think so. I take a hesitant stance. What was it? Heels together, toes apart? Whatever. I'll go with that. Count down 5 minutes. Fine. You have a clock right in front of you though. I can't look at its hands for too long. At first I feel like they start moving in the wrong direction, and then they disappear altogether, and then things always get messy. Last time I saw a pair of eyes on the clock face, and also, I used to hear voices back in the day. They pleaded for help, I think. What a mess. Truly a mess. It was a mess, right? A mess. Well, are you counting down? My god, finally. What do you mean? I was trying to get through to you for half an hour. Oh, interesting. Huh? Forget it. Did you see the firefly? No? Let's continue searching then. I see. Radio? Whoa. Interesting. I wonder why these specific sounds. I think this was from the first game. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with that, or maybe I can't do it yet. It's a vent. It's not easy to get out of here, but the door's right there and it's wide open. Maybe I can't do it until I've done everything else. Another radio. It's different sounds. Weird. There's another radio here as well. Ooh. I think it's like a positional as well. I think the left radio, I could only hear it in my left ear, and likewise for the right side. Y'all see the fan? What's funny about that? I imagine myself being a firefly that's looking straight into a giant fan, and I'd be so jealous. The only thing preventing it from flying is a cage it's locked in, and the cable. It's like an inmate if you think about it. It's so sad. Yeah, let's continue searching. Interesting. Bag? I look down. My school bag. Worn down and silly. It's almost screaming of its own uselessness. From another angle, it looks like a full belly. Its contents are also regurgitating, decomposing, and turning into a sticky, mushy substance. What a cool image. I need to remember this. Totally not cool, senseless, and cruel. You're there, but I don't care. Is it me you're laughing at? What? I'd never... After all, you're not my pet. What does that mean? I'm not going along with this nonsense anymore. Got it? Got it. Okay. Hey, it wasn't on purpose this time. Tell me what's inside your bag instead. Nothing special. Mostly just all sorts of books. I've taken all the pens and notebooks out of there, and I'm not interested in anything else. You used to go to school, didn't you? Yeah, I did. I had a blast all the way. Are you sure you understood my question? Do you think everything in my life should be doom and gloom? Well, you're wrong. Alright, alright. What did you like the most there? Well, the rooms were really bright. Not like at home. That's it? Don't rush me, let me remember. Well, the beds were also soft, and the food was nice. There was beds at school? By the way, I attended all the classes. The others always skipped. They probably got told off so hard. I smiled gently, absorbed in warm memories. You never graduated though. Yeah. Do you remember your last day there? It was a normal day. Dad picked me up earlier than usual. He told me that I'm already too old for the school curriculum. I also realized that some time ago. The tasks were way too easy. Then we got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there. We had dinner and went to our rooms. What happened then? I guess that day has absolutely no special meaning for you. Oh. I want to know what happened. I don't remember. And does it even matter? Okay. Or tell me about it again. Is your memory that bad? please. Oh, fine. That day, Dad picked me up from school earlier, explained to me that I need to grow up. It's not like I can completely grasp what he meant. Either way, I didn't resist. We got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there. We had dinner together and went to our separate rooms. Satisfied? Tell me about it again. Dad dragged me out of the school building while I was scratching and biting. The teachers didn't interfere. The scene was ordinary for them. Who knows what the little brat has done. Then he pushed me into the car and we drove home in complete silence. Mom greeted us there. We had dinner together and we went to our separate rooms. Please, let's not discuss this further. No, you'll tell me again. Interesting. I like that it's changing each time. Dad bought milk on our way home. Again, I hate milk so much. Mom was not at home. Again. I hate Mom so much. What happened next? Suddenly, I feel someone's eyes on my back, knowing that these moments should never be ignored. I turn around, but there's nothing there. What happened next? Your annoying achievement? Try figuring this one out. Everything that happened next happened after something that led to everything that happened after what had happened. I looked at my bag again, light pouring into the room through the window glints in the metal parts. There's also a shadow underneath it, which means it's real, sadly. Whatever, I don't care anyway. I almost end up kicking the bag in a fit of sudden anger, but I managed to stop myself in the nick of time. If I move it even an inch, the whole picture will collapse and I'll go blind. It has already happened countless times. What? What does it mean? Yeah, what do you mean you'll go blind? I spent months memorizing the location of every item in my room. That's why I can see them so clearly and vividly. You won't get it. Does that mean she's actually blind? Like maybe this is more so a memory of what her room looked like? I'm not sure. Look at your feet. I look down and see a small insect crawling towards me from my bag. It's barely glowing and it can't even fly. I guess this firefly is really tired. I bend down to pick it up. The firefly starts glowing brightly as soon as I touch it, and then it flies up. There you go, boy. Good job. After doing a victory lap around the room, it flies toward me with high speed. I shut my eyes, anticipating the firefly to enter my ear. That's exactly what happens. After it gets inside, it buzzes for a little while and then goes silent. This one is kind of sad. I wonder why. It doesn't matter. What matters is that it's no longer alone. Oh, that's sweet. Sure, let's continue searching. Some of these are so sad, but the way that things are described is so realistic, I guess. Just like the way that she kind of processes and takes in information. Even just like the retelling of the memory of enjoying school, and then each time that she tells it, it gets a little bit more real, and then by the end she kind of realizes that it wasn't as good of a memory, I guess, but doesn't really want to address it entirely either. And then her kind of comforting the firefly at the end, because that's probably what she wanted at the end of that day, right? This game is so good. It's so strange, but just, I don't know, I really like it. Let's do the drawers now. I doubt it. All of the compartments are locked. What if? I don't even want to think about what's inside. Who knows what I'll end up imagining. I also think it's interesting that she said that the beds at school were really soft and comfy, and she has just a sleeping bag at home. How about the umbrella next? The umbrella emanates a faint sense of coolness. No wonder. It's the only thing that defends me against the thunder clouds that gather under my ceiling. It's such a blessing that it can do without my help. Still, a firefly won't hide in a place like that. It'll catch a cold and be unable to fly. You don't want to check it? Why? I'm sure we won't find anything there. Okay. What about this one? This is my sketchbook. Half of its pages are blank, which means it'll still be good for a couple of years. You draw that rarely? Why? Isn't that obvious? If I run out of pages, I'll have to buy a new sketchbook. I can't get to the stationery store on foot. I'll have to take the bus. Do you even realize what kind of nightmare that could turn into? Honestly. Well, maybe you can ask your mom to buy you one. Buy what? Ask whom? Can you even form coherent sentences? Don't play dumb. Ask your mom to buy you a notebook instead. So you want me to perform a string of actions, but you're also telling me to do one instead of another? Then how would I decide which action to take? You're so dyslexic? Well, I am actually dyslexic, so that feels a little personal. Maybe you're a tough case. You lack empathy. Is that my fault? I get closer to the sketchbook, stepping over the wires, the sleeping bag, the cracks in the laminate, and the window's reflection. Actually, I wonder if she's saying that. Does that mean she's also dyslexic? Because we are the voice inside her head as well. She's literally talking to herself. I don't know. Sketchbook is lying on the stool. From my height, it seems like the stool is missing 2 legs. I squat and look again. All the legs are in place. I'd be able to think of an interesting allegory? Oh, let's not go there, okay? I stand up and study the sketchbook from inches away. Its pages are pure white. The last drawing is buried on the previous page, the way it should be. Too bad. I'd love to see it. Maybe next time. A sudden gust of chilly wind breaks into the room and makes the pages rustle. Oh no. I shut my eyes. A distinctive sound of pages turning echoes with headache in my head. I know what's going to happen. The rustling has stopped. Even though the wind is still howling from every direction, it can only mean one thing. The notebook is open on the first page. If I wait a little longer, the wind will close it. I won't have to look if I wait a little longer. If I wait, open your eyes. No. It's okay. Just do it. No way. I know you're lying. Calm down. No. Calm down. No. Fine. I opened my eyes with utmost caution. The notebook is still open in the middle. No drawings, nothing. The pages are still pure white. Did I imagine it? I don't know. Did you? You're the smart one here. You tell me. Next time, don't close your eyes. What did you... I couldn't finish speaking as the pages started moving again. Don't close your eyes. Don't make me do it. I'm scared. Trust me. The rustling grows louder. The pages lift up. I can almost see the outlines of drawings on previous pages. No way. Everything that is in the past should stay in the past. You couldn't convince me. That's it. I'm closing my eyes. Look there. A barely visible light seeps through the pages. With every new vest becomes brighter and brighter. A firefly. The wind immediately stops. For a moment, the world sinks into perfect silence, but only for a moment. The buzz that has always been haunting me fills the surroundings, but it doesn't matter now. Goodness gracious, little boy. You made me so scared. The firefly blinks, flies up, and enters my ear, buzzing loudly all the way. I spend some time looking for the perfect spot in my head, but then its buzzing dies down. Phew. Are you okay? We're running short on time, so let's continue searching. Alright, what else can we do? Maybe a radiator or heater at the top? I look up toward a very high place under my ceiling. I can hear countless numbers of small legs marching inside the AC unit. Oh, it's an AC. Oh, well, what happened? Fireflies can't be friends with cockroaches. We'd better look somewhere else. Why would cockroaches be there? Have you forgotten? You were the one who told me to think of my thoughts as cockroaches. Yes, but they became fireflies afterwards, but cockroaches don't disappear just like that. So they occupied this place. Do you understand now? I do? I don't. I'll pretend I do. I don't know. This one? Oh, okay, she didn't say anything anyway. I think maybe this is the last one, the little posters on the wall. And what are those? Those are the photos of my best memories, but they're blank. I stared at them so intensely that I burned them with my eyes. Oh no. Now they're just covering the cracks in the walls. Cracks? Forget it. Are we continuing the search or what? Okay, we are. I think we did look at everything though, so I'm gonna just hit finish searching. You found all the fireflies. Amazing. I guess I've managed to gather my thoughts, but something still worries me. On the other hand, I wasn't supposed to be happy anyway. Why not? If I lose something and then find it, it's just going back to the starting point. No changes at all. A zero sum. And happiness is always about being positive, right? You shouldn't think too much. It hurts you. I want to sleep. How about you get some fresh air before sleeping? What do you mean? Well, go to the balcony, breathe in some air. Somehow, those words trigger a panic attack in me. I subconsciously step away from the balcony. I don't think it's a good idea. Why? This may sound silly, but I feel like someone is watching me. Yeah, I mean also with what happened to her dad in the first game with the balcony. There's no way somebody cares about you that much. Okay, it's rude. I just want to see what happens. Just for a couple of minutes, okay? Like, is there actually somebody else in the room, or does she just feel like somebody's watching her? I love the art style. Oh, it's so nice. My apartment building looks like a bottomless cooking pot, but instead of soot, there's hundreds of concrete and metal boxes in its walls. There are lights on the windows. There are muffled voices coming from the inside. The howling wind spirals up and splits into hundreds of independent streams. Seems like it wants to be heard by every person living here. It must feel so lonely, living in an endless silence. Your apartment building is pretty weird, isn't it? I could see the horizon from my window before, and the building grew for miles in both directions. I guess at some point it circled around and closed on itself. Nothing unusual about that. How do you feel? I definitely feel. Sometimes that's more than enough. Oh, still you're anxious, aren't you? Of course. Moreover, I'm completely terrified. Was that obvious? You're looking in every direction, but not up. This. I've already told you, haven't I? About what? You know, small stuff. And small stuff make you terrified? It's hard to explain. I climbed the metal railing and let my legs hang down. I sneak short glances at the abyss from time to time. It replies with angry, cold breath. That's how we interact, like old friends. Sometimes I feel the whole world pretends to be crazy, as if it's trying to make me believe in something that doesn't exist. That's weird, isn't it? Yes, but at the same time, it makes me feel a little bit happy. Everything around me was created for my sake, to deceive, trick, confuse me. If that's true, I guess I'm not so crazy myself after all. You believing in this is the definition of craziness. You're probably right. Another gust of wind blasts against the pot's walls, smashing the glass to dust and blowing away the concrete crust. I, on the other hand, feel a gentle breeze that only ruffles my hair. I still haven't come up with a code word. You were the one to remember your promises. You don't need to make a code word anymore. I don't like when this happens. I want to remember certain things only when I want to. Nonetheless, you've made that promise, and I'll keep it, but you need to keep in mind that from this moment on, every word will bring me pain. I bend down and imagine falling into the abyss. I have exactly 2 minutes before I meet my end. Jesus. Oh my... Holy shit. I had a friend online, my best friend, even though the combination of letters he used instead of his name wasn't that cool. Well, the combination of pixels he had instead of his photo was also boring and unattractive. This is so strange and wrong, breaking the rules of being online. Why was he doing that? Maybe his code was a few lines short? I don't quite get what you mean. I could tell you about those rules. You can't find them anywhere, but I'm smart, so I figure them out myself. Although, I'm not sure if I should divulge them. Why? When I try to say what I think out loud, I tend to make mistakes. If I make just a single one, everything that comes after contradicts my thoughts, and I end up with the opposite position, and I don't want that. According to that logic, it'd be better for you to keep your mouth shut forever. Yeah, that's my dream. Keep my mouth shut, never get up from bed, never see or hear anything, just dream on and on. Oh, why is everything so terrible? Don't get distracted. So what was that about your friend? My friend? Yes. He was brazen enough to... Come on, gather your thoughts. It somehow made me believe that he was real. He kept describing someone else's life to me in detail, as if it was him, and he expected me to do the same. And then I told him everything about myself, without hiding a single thing. I grit my teeth. The wind whips my face without mercy. It slides my skin into uneven stripes, as if it's a piece of thin cloth. He knew more about me than anyone else in the world. You know what he did? Yes. Sending an army of bots to harass me was probably fun. Jesus. And what's most important, it was a win-win situation. They spawn here and there, simple bits of code that are effortless to run. No wonder the algorithm assigns the patterns more often than the others from the list. Text and video generators get to work at the same time. My name surfaces on the web more and more. It's unbearable. Unbearable. From every corner, every balcony, ceiling, attic, wall, I always feel many pairs of watchful eyes directed at me, and now they watch me from the screens too. But I'll put an end to it. I've decided a long time ago. Though, maybe I only decided that only... My body finally crashes into the ground, smashing into millions of tiny pieces like porcelain. Second death. I died again and felt nothing achievement. It's my second death for today already. I'm cold. Let's go back inside. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Holy. I returned to my room. Thankfully, it hasn't changed one bit during the minutes I was outside. Without a second thought, I go towards my laptop and yank the power cable from the outlet. That's it. That's it. That's it. What are you going to do? What's with this silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course, hoping that tomorrow will only come after a year or a decade. Imagining myself to be outside of my mortal shell, but at the same time still being me. Ridiculous. Like milk outside a bag of milk. And yet, you don't have to talk out loud for me to understand that you're worried about me. I know that already. I also know that our time is running short. You won't take another pill? Of course not. In fact, I won't take it tomorrow either, and the day after tomorrow, and never ever. That's a goodbye then? No. I have one more small favor to ask, a really, really small one. What is it? I blurted out way too much today. A lot of stuff I'd want to forget forever. I don't blame you, but was it really necessary? You'll see tomorrow. No, I wouldn't be able to sleep like this. Fine, then what's the favor? I nervously scratch my wrists and bite my lower lip. Wait a minute, you're afraid to tell me? Yes, I'm also scared that something bad will happen if I tell you. I'm also scared that when something bad happens, something way worse will happen. Stop, I get it already. Still, I won't leave you alone until you tell me. Bully. No, you. Oh, it's so cozy. I crawl into my sleeping bag. The lower part of the room is very cold. I hurry to wrap myself in blankets even though the electric heater is working hard to keep me warm. I'm sad because the dreams just won't come anymore. You won't believe me if I tell you how I dealt with it at first. Of course I'll believe you. I know, it was a joke. Well, anyway, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, lied down, and started imagining that I'm watching a dream. I didn't sleep at all, of course, and as always, looked sleepy in the morning. After a week of insomnia, I started to feel weird and seeing things. Letters floating in the air, strange silhouettes that appeared in the most unexpected of places, bulging eyes with trembling pale pupils. It was scary, you know. Then one day, I almost died. I just collapsed in the middle of the room and couldn't move for a while, and the silhouettes, letters, and eyes were hanging over me and hissing. It was horrible, and, well, deserved, I guess. It felt like I was caught on the biggest lie in the world. Yes, it felt exactly like that. After that, I stopped, but the silhouettes, letters, and eyes stayed there. I guess I like this place. They always follow me in my wake, peeping at me, and I'm kind of scared of them and can't even argue with them. But today, well, I still too scared to tell me? Of course, they're still listening, you know. Use your hands. Alright. I start chaotically twirling my fingers with enthusiasm, forming complex shapes. You want me to tell you a bedtime story? Shh. And I was trying so hard here. Don't you get it? They'll hear you. Relax, nobody can hear you. So, what do you say? I'd be happy to, but I have no idea how to tell them. Oh, it's incredibly easy. Just talk about something without stopping. Sounds silly, but it's not, and meaningless. You don't know what you're talking about. I know it enough to realize that we'll just end up wasting time. Let's focus on something actually important. Boring. Fine. Close your eyes. You won't get it, achievement. You're not even trying. Oh, we're back in the style of the first game now. I wake up on a wooden bench. In front of me lies a narrow, dimly lit alley. An awfully familiar road. Where could I have seen it? Finally. That sounded different. Oh, it's a different person. Oh, maybe this is the guy. The friend? I hear a voice coming from the side. I turn around and see a boy with a weird expression on his face. It was creepy. You're late. Who are you? The boy blinks in bewilderment. We're not going anywhere like this. Try again. Then he takes a very deep breath. You are late. I stare at him, confused. He stares back, also confused. Sorry? The boy nods, satisfied. See? Much better. Do you have a name? My name's Tresca. I give the brat an evaluating look. He's so young, yet already coming at me with questions like that. None of your business. And besides, will anyone tell me what I'm doing here? Hey, that's rude. It's not like there's somebody else here besides me. Haven't they told you anything? I know all there is to know, for one. About what? You're obligated to escort me to the store. Tresca says that and strikes a victory pose. No way I'm doing that. You do understand that refusal is futile. Well, aren't you full of yourself? I'm serious. I'm not the one who decided that. Do you think I'm delighted with your company? He's weird, constantly shifting between happiness, sadness, loudness, and silence. He's a wacko, and his name is stupid. Are we going or what? You can go, and I need to think. I'd be happy to, but I don't know the way. Jessica puts on a cunning smile. I bite my lower lip in frustration. I'll be honest with you, I don't like you. He simply bursts out laughing in reply. I do like you, though. He grabs my hand without hesitation. I don't even have time to retort. Lead the way. Oh, so odd. Our trip to the store went fine, if not for the fact that Tresca was walking way faster than me, and on the other hand, at times he stopped abruptly and went backwards, studying the ground beneath his feet. In the end, the trip took a lot longer than it should. Oh, is Tresca supposed to be the other voice in her head, maybe? After reading the store's doors, we are greeted by a sign. I can't read what that says. 20MNHYT. We're closing in 20 minutes. Oh, well. Who had the bright idea to indicate their working hours in this way? They probably have special staff for this. One who runs to change the sign every 5 minutes. It's convenient. Are you joking? Yeah. You're so annoying. It's much better than being boring. How old are you, by the way? None of your business. What's your name? None of your business. I was ready to slap the living hell out of the brat, but a scary-looking man suddenly appeared behind the glass. He's holding a cardboard sign that says we're closing in 15 minutes. Let's go. What are you waiting for? Huh? Oh, yeah. Wow, we're back. After another round of going across the long row of canned products, we realize that we're lost. I can't believe you don't know where they sell milk. Maybe we should go ask somebody for directions? Sure. Hey, wait up. Tresca lets go of my hand and walks confidently to one of the few store's customers. That person is standing with their back to us, studying something on the shelf. Hello, I can't hear neither the second part of his question nor the reply he gets, but my good-for-nothing friend freezes in place. Looking the customer straight in the eye, I hurry towards them. Is he yours? The customer talks to me. He speaks with disgust, wearing a scornful expression. Oh my. If he's yours, please get him away from me. Yes, I'm sorry. I grab Tresca's hand and lead him away. He's still looking at the customer, his mouth ajar and eyes popped. He's also shaking. Only when we turn around the corner, Tresca calms down. What was that? I got so scared. He said, what? No, not again. Suddenly, Tresca starts screaming like crazy. I cover his mouth with my hand. His face is burning. He's crying. Can you act normal? You don't understand. Of course I don't. I don't understand anything. Annoying other people is still wrong, though. This is something you don't understand, it seems. You're mean. Who, me? Tresca pushes me away and runs off. Drat. At the edge of my vision, I see the store staff hanging a new sign on the door. There you are. I meet Tresca at the cash register. Before that, I managed to visit the milk department after finding out where it was. Hey you, move. I hear an angry voice coming from the other side of a long queue that has formed after Tresca. I squeeze through toward him. What happened? The boy doesn't respond. He just looks at his feet and sniffs. The cashier towers over him. There's a bag of milk lying between them. Is he yours? Yes. Just leave him home next time. People in the queue nod in agreement. Pay for the goods, please. Yes, of course. And the waiting fee. What? You heard me. I did, but that's unheard of. Tresca starts giggling all of a sudden. And for the fact that your son is... I'm not saying that. But you heard me. You know what? In a fit of rage, I throw a banknote to the cashier, of much higher value than needed, even counting in all the stupid fees, then grab a bag of milk and turn around on my heels. We're leaving, Tresca. Jesus Christ. Wait, so why is it saying that that's our son? We spend the whole trip back in silence. At some point, we end up turning right towards a gas station. There, Tresca finally breaks his silence. Do you like ice cream? No. Okay. I look at the boy's face. Light flickers in his eyes for a brief moment and then goes out. You know, he turns away from the path and walks straight towards the highway with determination. I stare at his back, confused. It seems like you're not helping me at all. Oh. Yeah, so this is like what happened in the first game. A new playful light flickers in Tresca's eyes. Oh my. Nightmare? Oh, honey. Oh. Holy. Oh, good night achievement. Milk outside a bag of milk outside a bag of milk. There are more endings than that as well, so I'm definitely gonna try and get those. Okay, so everything in here is gonna be the same when I go through the different endings. We'll just skip to the part that's actually different. Okay, so this one is called Is Anyone There? Was Anyone There achievement. I wake up lying on the cold floor in the center of a cramped room. I look around without standing up. There's no furniture, just naked walls and a single door. I can hear muffled sounds coming from the other side of it. Scary sounds. It's like scratching. Oh, maybe it is scratching with the mom's long finger. I hug my knees and wrap myself in a sweater like it's a blanket. It's no use. I'm chilled to the bone. The room is pretty spacious, but I still can't shake the feeling that I'm trapped inside a suffocating casket, and the faint blue glow that sneaks in through the keyhole only adds to the feeling. Do I want to know what's outside? As if on cue, an inhuman roar comes from the other side of the door. It becomes louder and louder, more and more distinct with every passing sound. Somebody or something is getting closer. I curl into a ball, trying to take up as little space as possible. Maybe I can become invisible or become smaller in some miraculous way. In the meantime, the howl becomes unbearably loud, but only for a moment, then it sheepishly backs off until I can't hear it anymore. I finally decide to stand up. After I do that, I hear another strange sound. It's coming from right above me now. The ceiling moves upwards, squeaking. Small debris is falling on my head. I squint a little, then raise my hand trying to touch the ceiling, but it suddenly starts to rise quicker and instantly disappears into darkness. I'm not in a casket anymore. Well, it wasn't exactly a casket now. It was a well in the form of a casket. The room becomes darker and colder. I'll have to do something at some point. What is that? Hours pass. I frantically run from one wall to another, delirious. The walls run away from me, making the already spacious room even bigger. In the end, I stand amidst endless darkness, and only the door is watching me with its eye. I kept purposefully avoiding it. I could sometimes hear horrifying rustles and howls on the outside. However, now I don't even have a choice anymore. I slowly come up to the door and reach out towards it. As expected, the door also moves away from me. I continue moving forward with my hands stretched out. I don't want to lose the only source of light in this pitch black darkness. At some point, I get tired of sneaking up on the door like it's some wild animal, so I lunge at it, trying to grab the handle. However, at the last moment, the door whizzes away, and I fall to the cold floor, unable to keep my balance. It hurts. Stupid door. Stupid, nasty, cursed door. I hate you. I hate you. I scream at the top of my lungs. I finally let out all the despair that I had bottled up. I slowly realize how horrible the situation I ended up in is. No, 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 no. I don't stop screaming for a moment, because I'm scared to end up in complete silence. If the reality around me disappears, my twisted imagination will take over, and the realest thing I have right now is my voice. Hey, I can hear you. A voice coming from the other side of the door. I'm here. Come closer. I scream thrice as hard as before. I scream until my throat hurts, until my ears start buzzing. My biggest wish right now is to keep in touch with that person, whoever they are. Hey, where are you? I rush towards the door, stumbling along the way. I keep running for a minute, for 10 minutes, but the door isn't even an inch closer. At the same time, the distance between us haven't grown either, which means I might match it in speed. I just need to make one final push. I gather the last bit of strength I have to push my legs off the ground. The jump feels like an eternity. I stretch out my hand, almost touching the scratchy wood. I dive face first onto the ground with a ridiculous speed. I slide at least 30 more feet like that thanks to inertia, leaving behind a bloody trail. My hand is still outstretched, trying to grab empty space. Tears stream down my face, making the numerous scratches burn. I try to wipe them, but I scream and yank my hand away the moment I touch my face. My lips and nose are now a mushy mess. Somebody, help. The other side of the door is completely silent. The silence reigns over an excruciatingly long time. However, at some point, that silent torture ends. Hey, I can see you. I try to reply, but stifled whimpers come out of my throat instead of words. Are you hurt? Yes. Yes. I stand up from my knees despite continuing to cry. I take a couple of deep breaths and start running again. I keep running for hours. I feel like the door is closer to me by an inch or two now. I almost let myself stop for rest at that thought. I can't rest. I'll catch up to it sooner or later. The voice from the other side of the door keeps asking me how I feel. I let out heavy, ragged breaths in reply. I'll fall from exhaustion if I utter even a single word. Still, I'm thankful to them, and I don't want them to become silent. After another hour passes, I barely scratch the handle with my nails. I'm almost there. I'm so scared. Why aren't you doing anything? Why are they doing this to me? Don't they understand how painful this is for me? Almost there. You're scaring me. Go away. Rage fills my brain. I ignore the pain in my bones and channel all my strength into one final jump. No, go away. I firmly grasp the handle and open the door. Blinding light hits my eyes. I lose lose the ground beneath my feet and start falling. I'm lying face down in grass. I smell water, earth, and the dampness of the night, and grass of course. The wind tickles the back of my head. It howls and jumps around restlessly. Lying down like this is unpleasant and rude when nature is so alive around me, with sounds and I'm pretty sure colors too. I stand up, full of anticipation. I see an endless field, a clear sky without a single star, and a pale moon somewhere very, very far away. I shake my head and try to focus my eyes on anything, but to no avail. My surroundings are just too vast. I feel dizzy. Bam! I'm lying in the thick, wet grass again, but this time I'm looking at the darkness of a night sky instead of just darkness. Is there any real difference though? The wind howls. It's clearly upset, but what can I do about it? I hear an indiscernible echo coming from far away. A wolf or someone else. Does it even matter? I'm in the grass. Nobody can see me. I can't tell if that's ooh or oh. The echo draws closer and closer. At some point, I realize that it's not a wolf. I jump up and start turning my head in a panic. Where is the sound coming from? I haven't said that out loud, but got an instant reply. Ooh, oh, maybe it's the sound of the wind. Hey, I can hear you. My voice runs across the field, mixing with the rustle of the grass and howls of the wind. It feels like it's about to get absorbed by them, but ooh. Hey, where are you? Ooh. I can't understand where I should run to, and if I should run at all. Someone clearly wants me to find and help them. Maybe they're hurt. The grass tickles my heels as I drag my feet in the direction of where I think the sound is coming from. It's just, there's not a single tree or stone around, only an endlessly wide field. I hear a resounding, painful scream. I shut my eyes and cover my ears. I suddenly feel scared. The scream turns into a cry. I carefully raise my head, still scared to death. Somewhere very far away among the thick grass, I spot a silhouette. Just a small black spot, but hey, I can see you. The silhouette doesn't move, but the sound is definitely coming from its direction. No, it's not a scream. It's more like a whisper or a wheeze. Ooh. Are you hurt? No reaction again. Just muffled sounds. Maybe it's the wind going mad, and the black spot is just a stone or a tree. I walk away, disappointed. 100 steps, 200 steps. Then I turn around. Surprisingly, the spot hasn't become smaller. I start jogging. The grass is no longer tickling me. It's whipping my ankles, leaving cuts. A feeling of panic and unexplainable dread grows inside me. A stone, a tree. Why the hell is this field endless? I don't turn around anymore. I know that it's chasing me. The sounds reaching my ears become even stranger, louder and more distant. The wind is bullying me too, huh? Isn't that right? That's the case, right? Finally, I stop. I ran out of breath. I'm at the brink of dying. At least I think so. Ooh. The horrifying voice is coming from right behind me. I turn around instinctively, and for some reason, I try to shield my face, but end up losing balance and falling to the ground. The grass replies with a nasty crackling rustle. Ooh. I've had enough. I spring up. The silhouette is still there, at the same distance as before. It's standing there without moving an inch. I'm scared here, you know. Why won't you do anything? The silhouette trembles and then starts slowly gliding towards me, following the new sounds. Wheezes, moans. Fear shackles me. I can only stand and watch the approaching black spot. My lips are parched. I speak in a voice I don't recognize. You are scaring me. Go away. After that, the spot expands rapidly, and in the blink of an eye, most of the sky in the field is consumed by the sticky, cold darkness. Paralysis finally lets my body go, and I immediately sprint away. Ooh. I run so fast that the grass turns into a dark green mush under my feet. I slip up, fall, run again. Ooh. No. Ooh. I don't know what sound to make during this. Oh, it sure is just going, huh? No, go away. An unknown force turns my head with a crunchy sound, and the darkness consumes everything. I wake up on the cold floor, in the center of a cramped room. I look around without standing up. There's no furniture, just naked walls. Oh my. Look down, please make it stop achievement. I wake up and immediately almost lose consciousness from horror. A thin metal stairway snakes around a giant column, disappearing into the darkness. I press myself into the cold wall and pray that I freeze into it. This feeling, I know I've spent a couple hours or days here, but I don't know how high the column is. I don't know whether I'm going up or down. 1 billion pounds of concrete and 1 million miles of emptiness. It's impossible to stay sane when you're near cosmic numbers like that. Looking at them, touching them, even thinking of them makes me feel unimaginable horror. It was just a matter of time before my short term here will end. My mind will melt and my body will turn to dust. The wall's coarse surface scratches my face. Steps under my feet hum from the wind, eager to escape the concrete's clutches and dive into the abyss along with me. But I'll stay here. I'll stay here without going anywhere. I won't even open my mouth. My every word will be swallowed up by the abyss. I won't take a single step. Why would I? To find out where the stairway abruptly ends? It's all meaningless. I love the art style with this. The different endings and how those have different styles as well. It's really cool. Many units of time pass, but I'm still unmoving. My whole body is trembling, but then I realize it's the whole space around me that is trembling. It can't wait to destroy me. Maybe I should gather my will and at least try to turn my head. That thought doesn't stay in my head for long. It's torn out with inhuman force. Unaware of what's about to happen, I slowly turn my whole body with a squeak. No, this is not what I wanted. Don't. Amongst the silence sings a lonely colossus, unmoving until the music stops. The bridge across the dark abyss cannot be seen. Oh my. It's a whole lot of columns. Oppressive, thick, sticky air drives itself into my ears, silencing my thoughts with a haphazard string of words while I watch the scene before me unfold. Hundreds of giant concrete structures, just like mine, spread in tidy rows endlessly in all directions. Stairways wrap around them like vines. This is kind of cool. There, at the end of this world, there's a person smiling. The world still exists, but all that makes it both exist and not. I try to erect a mind block, but to no avail. My mind is already at the mercy of the super creature. A moment passes, and I realize that my body doesn't belong to me either anymore. My legs start moving on their own. The only thing I can do is choose a direction. Up, down, or... The crowd notices blood on Wozek's hands. He runs away. Mendel appears. He has nothing human about him, apart from his excessive grace and hidden elegance. He walks out to the center of the stage. First act begins. Foreign thoughts become even more incoherent. There's less and less space for my own. Do you feel the connection to your body, or does it clearly cause confusion and fear? If you've been living through the fear a lot recently, how did it manifest exactly? Answer honestly. Don't hide anything. Oh my. Jesus. I decided to descend. You can have a sneaking suspicion that something is wrong because your path has changed. Maybe you started talking in the wrong way or made some sort of mistake. If so, start getting used to your new life. Try creating imagery that would instill the feeling that everything is as it should be, and with time, it will create a new order inside you. I don't doubt that you're going through some hard times, so you have to make sacrifices. Grow up. Only then you'll be able to obtain the meaning of life. Do you get it? Try that if you find it important. Every passing day is a precious gift. If you share a piece of that gift with the world, it'll seem like a speck of dust. Do you get it? No, I'm sorry. I won't get that then. Do you get it? Do you get it? Yes, even you get it. When you notice how people look at themselves in the mirror, when you look at your own reflection and realize that it exists in reality, do you understand how exactly it exists? So like every single time is a nightmare. Everything is fine, don't you see achievement? Ugh, another terrible morning. Boo. Why is my face always this stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up. There's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. Oh. Ugh, another terrible morning. Is it gonna be the same? It is. Okay, that's not what defines you after all. Yes, Mom. Oh my. Another terrible morning. Cheer up. There's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. Ugh, another terrible morning. Boo. Why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Yeah, that's how my hair looks in the morning too, honestly. Same dialogue again. That's not what defines you after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. Just a couple of gals now. Another terrible morning. Nothing wrong with looking different. Oh, honey. Another terrible morning. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. Any eyes this time? Ugh, another terrible morning. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. No head. Oh, it's different from the reflection as well. Your face can't look stupid if you got no face. Don't worry. Oh, a little bit of happier music at least. Good morning. I feel so wonderful today. Can't wait for my first day at school. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. Oh, I don't like that one. Interesting, we didn't even get the whole dialogue that time. Alright, this one is, are we friends? So that's what friendship is like, achievement. Interesting. Hello, thank you for choosing our pizzeria. You know, this place is so empty, though I don't feel particularly good or bad because of it. I'm all alone, but at the same time, it feels like I'm not. There's a lot of thoughts in my head. They always keep me entertained. I can create a whole world with them. I'm sure I'll be able to fill a void around me if I try hard enough. Although, no matter how much I think, my surroundings don't change. Yes, things happened in my head, but they never left its premises. And it's not like I tried to suppress them. Maybe they were afraid to come out. Oh, interesting. What kind of pizza would you like to order? Anyway, there's so much space in my head that could be put to good use. So every thought would make a senseless and merciless circle in my head, destined to go back to where it started. But there should be an end somewhere. You can't wander around forever. What do you think? I know it sounds scary, but it's not scarier than constantly existing among the void. This place is safe and nothing bad will happen here. Nothing good will happen either, though. Please note that we have a special offer right now. 3 pizzas for the price of 2. Yeah, there's probably nothing good in having the same thoughts over and over. What's the point of having them anyway? I could have escaped from here, but I feel like my thoughts aren't helping me at all. I should be ashamed, probably. It's nobody's fault that I can't even see a door here. I would have had it easier with one. I tried to find it. It turned out to be a waste of time. No matter where I look, it's not looking good. Pun not intended. And that strips me of the last bit of hope for salvation. Interesting. We also have a discount program for new customers. You can learn more about it on your account page. Don't you think that me being here is also a waste of time? What's the point in that? I can just keep on thinking thinking. And even then, my thoughts are as meaningless and empty as everything else. Does it mean that I'm not filling the void, but I'm a part of it? Then why should I feel anything? Why should I know that I exist? Although I'm not even sure about that. This place is always neither warm nor cold. It's neutral. But at the same time, if I think about warmth, I feel warm. Maybe this world corresponds to my thoughts? I wouldn't want to admit that I'm completely empty. I'm not the reason everything had disappeared, right? Can't I just adapt and get used to having nothing around me since I can't do anything about it? Are you ready to make your order? Yes, that's right. I shouldn't care. It's empty here and it makes me feel neither good nor bad. I'm all alone, but at the same time, I feel like I'm not. There are a lot of thoughts in my head. They always keep me entertained. That freaked me out. I really... It sounded like it was right beside me. I can create a whole world with them. This place is safe. Nothing bad will happen here. Nothing good will happen either, though. Me being here is a waste of time. I don't feel the void. I'm a part of it. It strips me of the last bit of hope for salvation. I shouldn't care. It's empty here, and it makes me feel neither good nor bad. It's nobody's fault that I can't even see a door here. What's the point in having one? I feel like nobody is helping me. I should feel ashamed. I wouldn't want to admit it, but I'm all alone here. I can't do anything about it. Please note that we have a special offer right now. 4 pizzas for the price of 2. I don't care that this place is empty. You hear? I feel neither good nor bad. I'm all alone. My head is full of thoughts. They eclipse the world around me. The space is pretty cramped, but at least it's safe. Even though I'll never feel good here. Does that mean existing is a waste of time? I need to decide, and my thoughts will help me. They'll lead me to the exit, and I'll be able to feel proud of myself. I'll be able to save myself. At the same time, I don't really care anymore. This place is empty, but it makes me feel neither good nor bad. I'm alone, but my head is full of thoughts. A whole world, one might say. If I try hard enough, it'll be able to fill all the void around me. Still, no matter how much I keep thinking, my surroundings don't change. Yes, something bad happened outside of my head, but what was it? There's not enough space for my thoughts. It's already filled with something else. Even if there's nothing around me, I'm still here, and my head is full of thoughts. If I try hard enough. So the world isn't empty after all. I can't see anything. Oh, I don't know why that sent a chill down my whole body. Is she on the train tracks right now? Session timeout. Please reload the page. That was a nightmare as well. Yeah, so this scene plays every single time at all of the endings. I cut it out for you guys so that we didn't have to see it over and over, but since this is the last one, I'll just let it play again. It's the same as the first ending that we had gotten as well, that's why. Very interesting though. Milk outside a bag of milk, outside a bag of milk. It's very odd. I feel like this one is definitely very open to interpretation and like how different people are going to be able to perceive it and everything. As somebody who has a few different mental illnesses and just neurodivergence in general and all of these things, I can definitely see how a lot of just the little subtle things were very accurate. How she kind of takes in information and how she sees the world and also how she thinks the world sees her, and then how some of the people did actually see her. Like, I definitely don't have all of the same things and experience the things exactly the way that she does. Some things I really didn't relate to, but I could understand and comprehend really well, and then some parts that hit really close to home. So it's just, yeah, I feel like this is just one of those things that I'm just gonna think about for months and months. Alright guys, so that was it for Milk Outside a Bag of Milk, Outside a Bag of Milk. If you like watching onto more playthroughs, I'll probably leave some playlist links down in the description box as well as almost such links put down there as well. Really appreciate how this game was made. It was a very strange experience obviously, but it was also just really well thought out. I feel like I really enjoyed the first game and its artistic style and how they incorporated that into this game while also still having kind of an identity of its own in terms of the big upgrade with like animations and the art style and way more expansive storytelling as well, just through a lot more dialogue and the length of game, etc. I really enjoyed the experience despite the experience being kind of like dreadful, if that makes any sense. I have no idea if the dev is planning to make more of these kind of like milk bag series types of games or not. I don't necessarily think that it needs it. I feel like this wrapped it up really well and expanded on it just the right amount, but if they ever do, I would certainly play it, of course. That is gonna be it for me tonight though, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. As always, of course, don't forget to subscribe and give it a like. It helps me out a lot, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, goodbye.